how do you feel about NY hip hop and in general? Do you think like it's flourishing, or do you think like it's at a stagnant state because everybody's doing drill music?
I think like where it is right now, where New York hip hop is right now, like actually my young boy just called me, so like shout out Lonnie Love, Charlie, Cash Cobain, all them. Like where New York is right now, it's like we're in this space where we've had these different eras over the last 5 or 6 years, right? You kind of had like the New York drill era, like the kind of Brooklyn drill era, which was like 2016 to like 2021, which was 22Gs, Fabio Foreign, Bambino, Curly Sav, Pop Smoke, Busy Banks, Chef Sleepy. Like I could go on and on about that. Then you had like the Bronx drill, which was kind of like more derived from Chicago than Brooklyn, and that was like K-Flock, D-Thang, Shy K, B Love, Dougie B, Set the Trend, C Blue, so on and so forth. And a lot of them are still making music now, even though some of them are in jail. But where we at right now is it's like an interesting point. Because like you said, like drill music right now, like it has an appeal, but like the one core audience that it's missing is women, right? And I think that's always kind of been my biggest thing when I talk to these young kids. I'm like, look, like y'all gotta think, like y'all gotta make music for women, right? And I think one of my best examples of this is like I was talking to CEO T-Rell in an interview we did in at the old On the Radar studio, and he's like, look, man, like that Drake album that came out, Honestly Nevermind, right, where it's all house music and house beats. He's like, you got to realize like it's not men that are listening to this album, it's bad bitches who listen to this album, and they gonna bring the men with them. Because if a woman likes a song, then obviously men are naturally gonna gravitate to that music as well, right? So then that kind of brings where we are right now, where like sexy drill is really what is the move and the motion down there in New York, and kind of what's it's just like a more peaceful music because it's not about ops, it's not about shooting, it's not about this. It's just guys rapping them to women. You feel me? So like Cash Cobain, Bass Swag, Charlie, Lonnie Love, Vontae the Singer, R2R Mo, like the music that's being created right now is so much more positive, and the environments that are being created because of this music are so much more positive too. Like when they throw shows, they actually sell out. They could actually sell out a crowd, and there's no issues with cops, none of that, because it's like the music that they're making isn't violent. It's literally just party music. So it kind of brings this feeling back to New York, where it's like you go to the club and you go to these parties and you see these artists, and it's just them and just a sea of women, and you're just like, all right, this is like what the vibe should be. And it kind of, I don't know, it feels good right now. Like I think New York is in such an incredible place, and then you have people on like the mainstream front, like Ice Spice, just taking like the drill sound and the Jersey club sound and what she's been able to create and doing music with like Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj. Like,
well, how do you feel about the Ice Spice? Because a lot of people, they'll, it's kind of iffy with her,
right?
And still they be like, that shit is trash. It's this or it's whatever. You feel me? On the East Coast, how are we feeling about Ice Spice? Is it a thing, or are we down on her too?
Me personally, right? And I said this in this like, because Complex did like a piece on her, and I was part of like the beginning of her career with her On the Radar freestyle. And something I said in Complex, which I'll kind of like reiterate here, is like, and I think she even said that she's not trying to be the most lyrical artist out there, right? And I don't see a problem with that personally. Like, I think that hip hop is, again, many different genres, many different sounds right now. And I don't think Ice Spice needs to be the most lyrical person on the planet to have fans. Like, I think like the days of like lyrical music being what makes hip hop at this forefront is kind of like behind us. Not saying that it's not there still. You still have people like Griselda and everybody within that lane that make incredible like lyrical rap. But then it's more about music right now. If you really notice and you pay attention, it's more about how it makes you feel and the feeling that it brings you. Like
they don't want real hip hop, especially from girls, and you want it to be sexy, kind of. You know what I'm saying? You want it to shake the ass and bend over. You know what I mean? Like you kind of,
No, but there's something for everybody at the same time. Like that's not like, you gotta be like, some people like Ice Spice, but then some people like Rhapsody. But these two artists can coexist at the same time, and Rhapsody can go on tour and sell out her tour and make incredible music, be Grammy nominated. But Ice Spice can also do the same thing and make music for her fans. Like I think it's like, and Sexy Red can exist at the same time. I don't think that we should knock people for whether their music is super lyrical or not super lyrical. I think however the music makes you feel is what's really important at the end of the day. You could call anybody trash any time of the day, any time of the week, like whatever, but it's about how the music makes you feel. And if it makes you feel good, then why not fuck with it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We all got our guilty pleasures. Like I be listening to some of Ice Spice's music, and I really like it because I've been there since the beginning. Like I was there when she was still rapping in the Bronx. Like I look at those old records and I see where she is now, and I can't help but be like, proud of what she's done, and also like she's from the town, so like I'm gonna support anybody from the towns who's winning. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's how we win together. The hate is what keeps us apart.
Yeah, you feel me? I love that. You feel me? Everybody on this motherfucker, man. Back on Fig. We got my boy Gabe in the building one time. You feel me? On the radar.
Mr.
Giving
on the
y'all
radar
some
himself.
gems. You feel me? Giving y'all gems. You feel me? I have my boy SB coming here in a minute, man. But shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. Man, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you like the video right now. Like this video. Go up because we in here, man. A lot of people ain't used to being live. You feel me? A lot of people ain't used to being live in the chat, but that's what we doing. You feel me? And we be making we be making adjustments too while we live in here. What they say, your mic was buzzing? Who said that? Yeah, bro. Who said the mic was buzzing? 6? SB, you come over here, man. This my boy SB, you feel me? I wanted to come in here, you know, real Mr. New York. He think he know all about hip hop. And you know what I mean?
Let's do it.
He think he know all about the hip hop in New York and what's going on. He said he worked for Angie Martinez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He know what's going on out here. He worked for On the Radar. You know where they be freestyling and shit.
Oh, okay.
You know
The green room.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
the big green room.
You
The
said-
latest one was Meek Mill.
Meek Mill dropped last night. Yep.
Yep, the latest one was Meek Mill.
What is it called?
Huh?
On the Radar.
On the Radar.
On the
Okay.
Meek
Radar,
Mill
yeah,
out
the
now.
green room.
Honcho Part 2 out now.
Yeah.
We had a good week this week.
Yeah. I love that. And you said you had the biggest artist. I don't know how. You had one of the biggest artists, Drake, on your shit, man. How did that feel once he touched?